throw away the key.
Yeah.
Get out of here, man. I'm sticking with Biden.
Me too.
I'm Joe Biden.
Hi, I'm Tanya Pendleton, the host of Reality Check, airing Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Word Radio. Join me as I talk to newsmakers and noisemakers in politics, sports, entertainment, culture, and tech. We'll take deep dives into stories from Philadelphia and beyond. Tune in at 10 a.m. Monday through Thursday on Word Radio for your daily Reality Check.
My grandma could always tell when I was into something dangerous. She used to say, mess around if you want to, you gonna fool around and find out. She was right, and nothing good ever came from ignoring her advice. That's exactly how I feel when I hear somebody telling me to vote for Trump or just not vote at all. It wasn't that long ago that our parents and grandparents had to fight in the streets for basic civil rights. We can't forget where we've come from or how quickly things can go back if we don't stand up for our rights and the rights of the next generation. Joe Biden, he's not perfect, but the choice is clear. Our votes elected Biden, and he's shown up. Billions in loans to Black small businesses, banned police chokeholds and federal no-knock warrants, canceled $167 billion in student loan debt.
Let's get this done.
Our votes have the power to determine our future. Make it count or fool around and find out. Paid for by Black Pac, which is responsible for the content of this ad. BlackPac.com, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
Hey, this is AJ with your Penn Medicine Cares and the Community Updates. This June, schedule a free breast cancer screening with Penn Medicine in your community. Penn Medicine, in partnership with Siemens Healthineers, the Community of Christian Compassion, and The Fresh Grocer, are offering free breast cancer screenings with Siemens' state-of-the-art mobile mammography van from June 3rd to June 14th. The screening van will be located at the Fresh Grocer parking lot, 421 South 69th Street in Upper Darby. Exams take less than 10 minutes. Private changing rooms are available, and translation services will be on site. Registration is encouraged, but walk-ins are welcome. Don't delay. Early detection saves lives. Call 267-414-2205 and register. That's 267-414-2205 to register for your free breast cancer screening with Penn Medicine. At Penn Medicine, our mission is improving the health of people we serve. Visit pennmedicine.org/community and learn more.
Want the latest in word swag? Check out the shop tab on wordradio.com. Hoodies, tees, and more in a variety of colors. It's the shop tab on wordradio.com. You can look good and show the world that you're all about Black Talk Media. Celebrating Black excellence worldwide and bringing joy and power to the people. This is WURD 900 AM and 96.1 FM, Philadelphia. Streaming online on wordradio.com and the Word Radio app. The views and opinions expressed by the guests, listeners, and hosts of any program on Word Radio do not necessarily reflect those of the ownership, management, or advertisers of this station.
I'm simply saying that life finds a way.
All right, people, write something on the board. Let's spell it. First letter.
L. O. G.
What's that? What?
It's time. It's time to have real, honest, open, difficult, and inspiring conversations. It's time for Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hey there, family. Hello, and welcome. Welcome to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. Welcome to Tuesday, June 11th. That is. Now, I have to apologize to you all because I was not with you yesterday, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I was not here with you because I miss you when I am away. But I want to know how your weekend was. I want to know how your life is coming along, how everything is going. How was the Doom Day? Did you enjoy it? Did you get some rare finds? I want to know. I want to know. Oh, and to the point that I wasn't here yesterday, I want to thank Roxy for being here in my stead. And I'm giving you a heads up that she'll be with you tomorrow as well on Wednesday, June 12th. She'll be with you tomorrow, but I'm going to miss you. I miss you whenever I'm not with you. You know that. So I have a question for you. Did you know that you could visit dozens of Philadelphia museums for free during Wawa Welcome America? I had no idea. No idea. I just found this out today. And I said, I cannot wait to share this with the family because I love museums. But as it reads, you can stop by some of your favorite Philadelphia museums or even discover new cultural spots for free during Wawa Welcome America's free museum days. So it's taking place between June 19th and July 4th. And that's what it reads, that in total, there are at least 40 opportunities to visit museums throughout the city for free over the 16-day festival. Ooh! So everyone is encouraged, though, to check the museum's websites for information, just to be sure. Now, I know I love museums, so I'm excited about that. I love museums. I do. I'm such a geek, y'all, but y'all know that already. So, family, it's time for our Black History 365 moment. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is said that the name of the Underground Railroad could have been derived from Tice Davids. Mm-hmm. So, Tice Davids, a runaway enslaved man from Kentucky, may just have been the inspiration for the first usage of the term Underground Railroad. Though the origins of the term are still a mystery, according to reports, after he swam across the Ohio River, his owner was unable to find him. His owner, allegedly told the local paper that if Davids had escaped, he must have traveled on an underground railroad. Tice Davids is thought to have made his way as far as Ripley, Ohio. Family, that is today's Black History 365 moment. Listen, if you are joining us today, let us know. Send us some love. Nick and I love the love. Any way you care to share it, send us a hello, give us a call. You can do that. You can call us, that is, by dialing 215-634-8065, or you can call us toll free by dialing 1-866-361-0900. That's right. So I want to share some things with you. Actually, before I do that, I want to give a shout out. That's what I want to do. I want to share some love first. And my utmost gratitude to the entire Patti LaBelle crew. I love the PLB family. But Patti LaBelle is such an extraordinary gem. She's an extraordinary human being. I mean that with every fiber of my being. Like, everything about her is extraordinary. She really, really is. But I want to say thank you just to the entire crew because I was with them yesterday. And that was why I was not with you yesterday. And I want to share, I'm going to post some photos, but I want to share them with you first. Yeah, I do. I do. So the first of which that I want to show you is, of course, that's a photo of me, Patti LaBelle, and Anthony Hamilton, because he was one of the performers yesterday at the president's Juneteenth celebration. And as some of you know, I've worked with Anthony as well. I've worked with him too in the past. And this slide here is of some of the PLB crew, the PLB family, the Patti LaBelle family. Is of course me, Stanton Lewis, her musical director, Ms. Brenda Roy, Miss Debbie Henry, Miss Patty LaBelle herself, and Lenny Smith. He and I had come in for this event. That was, I had to take a picture with my forever first lady, Michelle Obama. I had to, y'all. I love Michelle Obama. I had to take a photo with the portrait of my forever first lady. And that's us as Sound Check. Here we are as Sound Check on the stage outside on the lawn of the White House. It was on the East Wing, the lawn of East Wing at the White House. Now, wait, this is funny. I know you all are going to say, Carol, what is this? Well, they gave us M&Ms and little snacks. So I had to take some snacks because they had the presidential seal on them. I know you're going to say I'm that crazy. I just may be. But I thought it was so cute. And I had to share this with you because the napkins in the restroom had a seal on them as well. So I said, I've got to show the family this because it just tickled me. It really did. This right here is a Southern magnolia tree. So for all of you who love, love, love nature like I do, this tree is magnificent. It is huge and so beautiful that I said I have to share this with the family. I just have to share it with the family. So that's what I wanted to share with you all, family. I wanted to share that with you. The tree, by the way, I was told was brought here by Andrew Jackson. So I said, I got to show the family. I got to show the family this. So I was so excited. It was that was my first time at the White House. I'd never been to the White House before. How about that, right? So I want to share some love with all of our love lights who are celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday to you. That's right. Happy birthday. And I'm sending extra love and hugs, as always, to you. If your light is shining just a little bit dimly today. That's right. I want you to know that your entire tribe and village is right here. Yes, we are all right here. Yes, we are. We've got you. We've got your back. Okay. Yes, we do. Also, I read about some incidents just before the show started. I read about some incidents that took place in Kensington over the weekend. And I just want to take this time to express my condolences to the families and friends of those loved, lost, and affected, because there were just some horrific things that took place in the city over the weekend. So I would be remiss if I did not, send some extra love to you all as well. Hey there, James is calling us. James is on phone lines. Hey, James, welcome to the conversation.
Shout out to the Word family. I mean that to the fullest. Good evening, Miss Carol.
Good evening.
I did attend Doom Day.
Okay.
It was beautiful.
It was.
Food for the soul. I loved it. There were so many people. Definitely got to get a bigger venue. Somewhere we need a link.
Okay. So it needs to be expanded. We need some bigger grounds, bigger space.
No doubt. And the artwork, I wish I had enough money. The artwork was unbelievable.
Really? Oh, I know. Why am I saying that? I know it was.
I wish I could have got. Give me this. Give me 5 of these, 6. Give me 10 of those. I love you all, and I'll talk to everyone later.
Thank you, James. As always, we love you back. Have a good one. Before we move forward, I want to share with you some of our love lights are checking in on our socials. Eric, hey there, Eric. I missed you all. I miss y'all. When I'm away, you can tell. I come back and I'm on 1,000. Like, but I just missed y'all so much. Nick, I missed you too. I did. But I will say I'm doing well, and I'm grateful, as always, to be able to spend some time, spirit, space, attention, love with all of you. Nasir is checking in. He's sending peace and blessings. Hey, Nasir. Ayatunde. Hey there, Ayatunde. Ayatunde shares, it was a beautiful day for Odunde. Tunde says, it's as inbred in me as my DNA. I'm a Fernandez. I hear that. I was on my way home when I found the most unique feathered hat. I'm not going to wear it. I'm going to hang it on my wall. Oh, see, I love that. I do that too. I do that too. I have about 3 hats on my wall that I've never worn. I just love that. I love that for you. That's what I'm talking about. And I see it. Thank you. I was so excited to share my pictures. He shares, awesome pictures. I was so excited to share these pictures with you all of the White House and just our time there yesterday. It was really an experience. Being at Joe and Jill's house. I was jokingly saying that earlier. Norm McGowan is checking in. Shares good evening to you all and sending good vibes to everyone while enjoying the photos. Thank you. I'm so glad. See, I'm going to have to bring y'all pictures more often. And Ayatunde likes Odunde right there. I have to say that space, I have to say, I think it just adds to Odunde. I'm with you, Ayatunde. I hear you, James. But yeah, I kind of like it there too. Tina is calling in. Welcome to the conversation, Tina. And hello, how are you?
You, see, you're very sophisticated in collecting your memorabilia from the White House. But I'd never been to the White House either. But I had the opportunity to be at a forum where Martin Luther King Jr. III was. Now, mind you, at the time I was on a mobility scooter, right?
Okay.
And I was determined I was not leaving this venue until I got a picture with Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh, that's right. I know that's right.
Man, all around the venue, he looked like he was trying to run and trying to get away. But I mean, I just threw sophistication to the wind. I finally caught up with him, and I guess he finally gave up running. And he gave me my picture. And then there was one time before Obama became president, he was running at the time, and I was at a venue, and at that time I was on my crutches. Well, Carol, if you could have seen me knocking people out the way with those crutches, I was determined I was gonna get to the front of that forum and get my picture with Obama.
Listen, I know that feeling. I can relate to that. You hear me? I got
up to the front, and do you know he walked past me, and I was looking. I turned all the way Philadelphia at that time. I know you're not gonna walk past me. And so his assistant came out. He said, "Don't worry, he's coming back." And when he came back, I got a chance to say a couple of words with him, give him my business card, and get my picture. But and then my daughter deleted the pictures out the camera. Lord have mercy. But anyway, so I applaud you on staying sophisticated and getting your souvenirs. Let me just say this about Odunde. I didn't get a chance to go.
Okay.
It was all that I could do to keep from getting there because I love Odunde. We started with Odunde way back. Oh man, over some 40 years ago, when it was much smaller, and it was just in your blood as a vendor. You had to be there, and we would line up at the door of Queen Mother Lois Fernandez the night before and get our spots, and then be back out at about 7 a.m. to set up. And it wasn't all about business. It was all about just the camaraderie, and seeing all the different vendors that you knew. It's just a beautiful, beautiful event, and I really applaud Boomy, because when I came along, she was just a little baby beside Lois's, like maybe about 4 or 5 years old, walking beside Lois at that time, And the thing about it is that now to see her as an administrator and doing such a superb job and keeping the festival alive and keeping it running, it's really just beautiful to see the young ones come up and do a yeoman's job with an event of that magnitude. Yeah, but I really wish I've been looking at everybody's pictures. The pictures are beautiful. But you take care and stay sophisticated, okay?
Thank you so much. You too, Tina. You too. Thank you. Thank you so much. That just tickled me. Oh my goodness. That just that was so cute. Tina said, She said, whether I don't care, crutches or whether I was rolling, I was getting my pictures. And I know that feeling all too well. I'm always the one running from the camera. Always. I know that's why y'all tell me all the time that I need to post more, but I'm always running from the camera. So this time I did not run. So I had a few pictures to share with you all. All right, family, let's get started. I'm so busy talking about me, but I want you to talk with our love Light, who is joining us in this hour. You know her. You already love her. You love her just like I do. You know her, Candace. Candace Johnson, that is. She is the founder of Gushy Candy, LLC, which is an organization whose objective is to promote quality adult play and inclusivity. Yes, don't you like that? Yes, I know I do. So aside from her daily responsibilities and role as CEO, Candace is also the mastermind behind the game Touchy Feely, which is an intimacy card game. The first game designed for all adult relationship styles and stages. Well, guess what? She's here today to talk with us about some dating. Well, you know what? About dating. I'm not going to say any more. I'm just going to welcome her into the room before we have to run to commercial. Candace, I welcome all of you to the conversation with Candace Johnson. Hi there, beautiful.
Hello. I'm so excited.
I didn't even realize I had you up while I was showing the photos. And then I look, I said, well, Candace is right. Girl, I'm so excited. I'm on 1,000 because I get, I love just being here. I do.
Well, can I go to the White House next time? I've never been.
Listen, when the Queen calls, I didn't, I said, absolutely. The Queen called. The Queen called.
Bow down, you run.
Yeah, that's what you do. And you know what, family? I forgot. I never even posted the photos of her birthday party. And I told you I'm terrible. But Candace, okay, you and I are talking about dating. What we're going to do, though, we're going to take a short commercial break. And when we come back, we're getting all into it. We're digging into it. Okay, family, stay with us because we will be right back.
New Jersey's got a lot of summer wow. We got your under the sun wows. Your this is too much fun wows. Your that wine was sublime wows. And your one more time wows. So come see what your wow's gonna be. New Jersey, it's one summer wow after another. Find your wow at visitnj.org. New Jersey, little state, lot of wow.
Is your child stuck in a school that doesn't meet their needs? What if you had $10,000 to send them to the school of your choice? It's possible. Lawmakers are considering a program to offer kids a free scholarship to better, safer schools. If enacted, your children could each qualify for up to $10,000. But lawmakers must hear that parents like you need these scholarships. Visit LifelineScholarships.com to learn more and secure your child's future. Paid for by Commonwealth Foundation.
Tune in this Wednesday at 10:40 a.m. for the Who is AARP segment on Reality Check with Tanya Pendleton, featuring Angela Forshaw-Roush. Learn about the many benefits AARP provides the community. Tune in Wednesday at 10:40 a.m. brought to you by AARP Pennsylvania.
A lot of times I reach my hand out to younger people in the gay community that just didn't have nobody to help them out. They were down and out.
Did you know that the roots of the Pride movement lie in a historic riot? In the early morning of June 28, 1969, the Stonewall Inn, a renowned gay bar in New York City, was raided by the police. This incident sparked a series of events that led to the emergence of key figures in the LGBTQ Pride movement, one of whom was the remarkable Marsha P. Johnson. Marsha P. Johnson
was born on August 24th, 1945 in Elizabeth, New Jersey. She was an extraordinary activist, performer, and self-identified drag queen. The P in her name stood for Pay It No Mind, a motto that reflected her advocacy for living authentically. As a founding member of the Street Transvestite Action Revolutionaries, aka STAR, Marsha worked to provide shelter for transgender youth who faced rejection from their families. She and fellow activist Sylvia Rivera fought for safe housing for these vulnerable individuals. Aside from her activism within the LGBTQ movement, Marsha was also a prolific performer. She was a member of the drag group Hot Peaches and even became the subject of art pieces by Andy Warhol. Tragically, Marsha's life was cut short in 1992, and her death remains a subject of concern and ongoing investigation. However, her legacy lives on as a symbol of resilience, authenticity, and the ongoing struggle for LGBTQIA rights. This Pride Month vignette was brought to you by Comcast. You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Family, welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. We are talking with our love light, Candace Johnson, in this hour, and we're talking about safety, women's safety, particularly as it pertains to dating. Candace. So Candace and I, we started a conversation just a little, just before the show. And the first thing I said is, okay, so how dangerous is it getting these days for women as it pertains to dating? You were saying, yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on out here. So, I want to ask you this. Do you think it is, well, since we're talking about it, I imagine it is to that point where it is really something serious. It's something that really needs to be discussed, how the dating pool out here right now, like how things are taking place as it pertains to women. There have been so many stories, as we know. We see things every day, and we're seeing them more and more and more on social media about women who've gone missing, women who are being killed, different things and they're just going on first dates. Mm-hmm. So what have you?
Well, I'd like to start by making a quite controversial statement, if I could, which is I actually think this might be the safest time for women in all of history. Wow. And that is because of the advancement of technology and more specific cameras on phones, GPS on phones, mm-hmm. The fact that you have on you a phone. It is a direct contact to, number one, ensure that you are where you say you're going to be. It is also a tracking system if you are not. Mm-hmm. And depending on how you use your phone and what apps you have, there are an array of tools on there that can keep us safe. I think the reason why people say, oh my God, you hear so much more now is because, well, so much more now, you have a communication to all of the world, right? You hear about war now because we have connections to countries and cities we've never heard of before, did not even know they were on the map. So I tried to, number one, empower women with that and crucial information. Being in news for the last 15 years, right? It was cameras on phones that captured a lot of those police killings. People who would not normally have been charged because it's easy to say, oh yeah, well, this person was killed by police. But when you have a clear as day video, right? And we can all name a name. That's the thing. There's so many of them. Then at least it sort of creates that space of opportunity for reprimanding, for responsibility, et cetera. Now, with that being said, And now I'm going to say a second controversial thing. And I know I share with your family, the audience, that, you know, I've always had this incredibly beautiful kinship to my sensuality, my sexuality. God could not have created a more feminine, soft woman than me. Not everyone gets to see that because not everyone is deserving to see that. But just because someone doesn't see it doesn't mean it's not true. And what the message that I got really early in my life as a young woman, actually even as a girl, was that no one was coming to save me, right? Back in the day, if you were a fast booty girl, right? Or if you were hot in the pants, or if you were all of these things that you say, which really just mean probably like sexually inclined or romantically interested, I knew that if people labeled me that, then they would not feel as bad for me if, God forbid, something should happen to me. That's the truth, right? It's a lot easier to feel bad for the virgin. It just is. That's the story of American culture. And, you know, you can take that one to any case, right? The first thing you ask a woman, well, how many sexual partners have you had? Well, what were you wearing? What were you doing there? I'm living my own life, doing whatever I want to with everybody. But why did this one touch me wrong, right? So that's how I see it. But with that being said, I knew probably starting from the age of 16, I wanted to be able to be sexually liberated, unviolated, and I wanted to tell everyone at an appropriate time in my life to kiss my butt because I'm the most sensually satisfied person I know. And at the ripe old age of 40, I can tell you that everyone can kiss my butt because I am sexually liberated, unviolated, and I'm still just as fast as I was before, only there's not as much people to date now. So I did write down a few of my tips, a few things that I've definitely, rules that I followed over the years. I think that they kept me safe. And I've definitely had circumstances where I've thought, okay, there's a possibility that something really bad could happen here. What am I going to do to get out? Share with us. What are some precautions that you? Sure. First and foremost, everyone who cares about you should have your GPS location. If you have an iPhone, everyone has the possibility to go into, and I just did this. See, I just told my mom that I had her location and then she took it off. But I have everyone who's important in my life. I try to keep their GPS. That way, no matter what, I know where you are. Let's say, Carol, I have yours. Or let's say, Carol, you have mine, right? And I tell you, hey, Carol, I'm going on a date. I'm going to be at Charlie Was a Sinner from 7:30 until 10:30. I'm going to sit at the bar. Here's a screenshot of my, Bumble date or Apple, Hinge date, whatever it is. Just check on me by 8:30, right? Okay. So now my girlfriends or whoever has everyone now knows I should be at Charlie Was a Sinner. If you look at my phone and I'm not at 13th and Sansom, there's a problem. That's one, right? Number two, the reason why I said Charlie Was a Sinner is because it was my first date go-to place. And the reason, absolutely, every person, but every woman should have this is where I go on my first date, period. Hard stop. Okay. And if you don't, and so that's where mine was. Mine was Charlie Was a Sinner. At the time, it was 3 blocks from my home. That way, if it was hot and heavy, we can go home. And if it wasn't safe, I can get home. So that's 2, having a genuine place that is where all your first dates are. Number 3, letting the staff, including the bartender, know, hey, I'm going on a first date. I don't know this person. If you see anything weird, let me know. And what I would do is, and this is number 4, if you'd like to go this far, I would have all my first dates at the bar. That way, I'll walk away with my drink sitting at the bar because the bartender already knows to watch my drink. No, he does not. Well, but remember what I said. If you are going to a common place, it's like Cheers. If everyone knows your name, I'm not saying that you should do this. I'm just telling you what I did. No. Yes, and I'm telling you, as a good and grown woman, don't you ever do that again. Don't you ever. No, because I love you, Candace, and it is neither the bartender's responsibility or care to look out for you. And that is not true. It is actually it is a restaurant's legal responsibility Yeah, it is their legal responsibility. Now, a legal responsibility.
Something put in my drink at an establishment. I'm telling you, it is not the bartender's responsibility. And I don't even want, even if you believe it is, I don't want you to ever in life leave in the hands of another human being your life in that way. Don't you ever. You hear me, baby girl?
And my love, I love you. And by all means, I totally understand that. But we live in real life. And in real life, in a 2-hour dinner at a bar, you might have to go to the bathroom. That's just the fact. And the reality is, and again, I'm not talking about a bartender. I am talking about someone that I have a rapport with, someone who does care for me, and someone who, like, I'll say this, Carol, if you come to, for instance, my company, we hold dating events. I take it as my responsibility to make sure that people are safe there. And I do have people, women mostly, but also men who will say, hey, I'm coming with someone new. I'd like you to stay close to us, watch us. I think at some point we can rely on the job title, but really what I am just basically talking about is asking for human decency from the people who are on staff. And again, I'm not telling people to do what I'm doing. I'm telling you what I did.
Yeah, no. I want to interject for one moment because I hear that. I receive that. I hear that you're telling me that is what you did. But I do want to say this to you. I was told this before I was 10 years old, and I was never even a bar, club, whatever. I was told whatever in whatever surrounding I'm in, not to ever, ever, ever leave my drink unattended. To this day, I do not do it. To this day, I've never left. I left my drink unattended one time, and I paid for it. I paid for it, and I was with a friend. I was with one of my girlfriends, one of my BFFs. We were out, and we were with a guy that I liked, a guy that expressed an interest in me. The three of us.
Yeah.
And I tell you this because, like you shared, we're living in real life. This is real time. This is a real world. This is real life. This experience that I share with you and with all of you, family. We were going to the movies, and we went to get something to eat before because we had some time to kill. We were sitting there. I had a beverage, and I had to go to the bathroom, and I did not listen to my mother, my aunts, and every woman in my family that has ever said to me. So this is why I'm so adamant about saying it to you, because I was with someone that I love and trusted. I asked her to watch my drink. Went to the bathroom. I came back. I saw none of the movie. I had to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
I couldn't make it to the seat. I was sliding down the wall. Something was in my drink.
Yeah.
And guess what? Neither one of them went to the hospital with me. This was before Lyft. This was exactly. So I'm saying to you, when you talk about asking people to, for human decency, when you talk about asking people to care, be careful with that. Be careful with that. Be careful. I ask every day. Because I love y'all. I ask every day. I want us to do better, but not everybody will. And you have to be real with that. You have to accept that and be honest about that. Do not ever, I'm going to ask you this, and I'm saying this as a statement, but I'm asking you this with every fiber of my being and all the love I have in my spirit. Do not ever, ever leave your drink unattended. I don't care what it is. I don't care where you are. I don't care whose company you're in. Do not ever, please. And I know someone else who left her drink unattended, and her very own sister put something in her drink.
Of course. Well, number one, let me backtrack a little bit. I am not telling anyone to leave their drink unattended. What I am doing is being real about a 2-hour dinner, in which case you might have to pee. Now you can take your drink to the bathroom with you, but that seems also a little iffy. Whatever you want to do.
You get another one.
And that's whatever you want to do. Like, and also I do take this seriously. I have a kid in college right now who has been drugged recently, 6 months ago, or about a year ago. And you want to know what she said to me when she told me about it? Oh, nothing happened to me. And in her mind, nothing happened to her because her girlfriends were with her. They realized that she was drugged and they took her home. So when she told me, she had not even realized it to be something of weight, and she didn't even feel violated until I shook her and told her. The fact is that the world is a scary place. And if you want, and I'm just giving it real, and this is not advice, this is my experience. Mm-hmm. My experience is that scared money doesn't make any money and scared tail doesn't get any tail. You have to be about your wits. The reason why I chose Charlie Was a Sinner is, like I said, I knew the staff. I felt comfortable with the staff. I knew the owners. I knew the bartender. I was not just a regular patron. I went there often. I felt safe. You asked me for my tips. These are my tips. The fact is that if we can't rely on the people around us, then you're already dead in the water. That is how I feel. But I will go on.
I was with a friend. And that happened to me. So, I mean, I hear you, but you know what? This is what I want to do at this point, because you and I, this is cyclical. We're going to keep going around because we're both saying what we're saying. And I get that. I hear what you're saying. And you shared your tips and I shared my response to them. And we're going to leave that there. and our family, I see you. I see the comments. Are
they going to come for me?
No. You know, first of all, you know the family is not coming because there's love here. That's what we do here. First of all, you know that we talk about everything. Now we don't always agree with everything that we all say, and we won't. That's life. That's life, and we're not supposed to because we're different. We're not supposed to, so that's what we do. But so I am going to read some of the comments. Cheryl is checking in. Cheryl Mobley Stimson. Hi, love light. Miss Lily is checking in, sending love as well. Cheryl says she loved Odunde. She had a ball. And Harold shares, we have some security questions for our single friends. I know. And Harold, he follows that with don't ever leave your drink. Eric shares, hey, Candace. Welcome back to the Love and Life platform. You're giving some good, smart dating advice. Definitely great info to remember. Harold shares, he repeats, no, don't ever leave your drink.
Okay, never.
And Ayatunde shares rule number 1, never return to a drink you leave unattended. In all caps, bolded, italicized, and double underscored. My mother instilled that in me when I was 11. Same here. She shares, I have stories too. Yes, Harold shares his drink was spiked. Yeah. And Harold says, don't care about the staff. I never leave my drink. Yes. And Ayatunde shares, that's the point. You really can't rely on or trust anyone. Yes. And I said, buy another one. Ayatunde, yes, I'll buy another drink. That's what I said. You buy another drink. Rafiq shares, this is an awesome conversation. Rafiq Map. Well, guess what? I have a comment. I have a video to share. So we're going to discuss it right after this commercial break. Family, stay with us because we're coming right back.
It's the WURD Hot 60. Hot 60. Here's the hottest 60 seconds you missed on Reality Check.
John Donnenberg, he is the director of the National Economic Council for Competition Council Policy.
The new rules that the president and his Department of Transportation have put out over the last week are really designed to, end that sort of nonsense. And they are in 2 big categories. In the first category is disclosure. The airlines have to tell consumers upfront what it is they're going to be charged. Is there a fee for a first bag or a second bag or a carry-on? Is there a fee for a change or a cancellation? These sorts of things. And then the second one is on refunds. And the idea here is pretty simple. If your flight is canceled or significantly changed or your baggage disappears for extended periods of time, you get a refund. It's automatic. It's for what it is that you paid. And it's going to come back to you in cash or on your credit card, not chasing down vouchers, for months.
And that's your hottest 60 seconds from Reality Check on WURD Progressive. Black Talk Media.
Meet Amanda. She loves to start her day by heading to her favorite coffee shop.
Morning, Amanda. Black coffee, no sugar.
Then She usually takes the long way to share a little treat with Coco, Mrs. Lopez's little terrier. And when Amanda arrives to open the Keystone First Wellness and Opportunity Center, Mr. Freeman is always there.
You always on time, Amanda.
Always on time, Mr. Freeman.
Amanda has been a community health educator at Keystone First for over 15 years. She knows this community as well as the community knows her. As a local health plan, we don't only take care of members. For over 35 years, we have known them as neighbors, friends, and family. As Southeastern Pennsylvania's largest medical assistance managed care health plan, our roots run deep. Visit KeystoneFirstPA.com to learn how we can help you get care and stay well.
Family Therapy Vignette Moments with Dr. Lucille Ijoy. June, what a lovely, lovely tune. It's almost that time to vote, so make a note. Tuesday, November the 5th, coming our way. That's what I say. Now, we're talking about two words. You've heard these before. Mothering and fathering. The definition is people who spread love. They don't give up. So when it comes to voting and they don't give up, they just keep on saying, we must vote. Yes, we must vote. Yes. Now, mothering and fathering is gentle, you see. They just keep on saying with a smile, vote, we must vote. Take a big old breath and say, we must vote. Tuesday, November the 5th, a serious time. This is Dr. Lucille Ijoy, Mothering.
Hey, Word family, mark your calendar for a special live broadcast event on Monday, June 17th from 1 to 4 p.m. We'll be celebrating the opening of JD's Auto Body North with a special conversation featuring Brother Shamari to mark National Men's Health Month. Word on Black men's health and well-being focuses on all aspects of Black men's health: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, collective, community, and more. Listen live on Word Radio or join us in person at JD's for food, drink, and connection at 2509-13 West Fletcher Street. Word on Black men's health and well-being is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery and JD's Auto Body and Painting. Join Brother Shamari and Word Radio at JD's on June 17th from 1 to 4 p.m. at 2509-13 West Fletcher Street. Or tune in live on Word Radio, Progressive Black Talk Media. This live broadcast is brought to you by Comcast.
What is love?
You're listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
I think I know what love is.
Family, we are back. Welcome back to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. We are talking with our love bug, Candace Johnson, in this hour. Okay, I know we don't have much time left, Candace. So I've got two really quick things. First one is a question. You suggest bringing a self-defense weapon on the first date?
You know what? So I do not. I do not. I think that is just a bad vibe. I feel like, right? Like they say, if you bring a gun, you're probably going to use it. If you bring pepper spray, you're probably going to use it. And if nothing else, you're probably going to make a reference to having it. Genuinely, what I have always done is really listen to my nervous system. I talk a lot about nervous system dating. It means forget what they look like, forget what they have in their bank account, forget everything except what does your spirit tell you? They always say your intuition knows everything. If you trust yourself to go out with a person, I don't think that a weapon is going to be helpful on a date ever.
Okay.
But that is just me. Clearly, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No. You said it really flash. Okay. So I want to
say this. Well, let me just say this thing. I was just going to make this reference, but I hope it's taken the right way.
Okay.
The thing about a date is a different experience from every other meeting you'll have with another person. It must be romantic. It must be open-minded, and you must have a whimsy to it. I don't know how. I'm a very romantic person. I don't know how you can create that element of love to be able to be sparked in the air if there is true concern for danger. I would say, in lieu of a weapon, do a phone date. In lieu of a weapon, do a FaceTime date. Or in lieu of any of that, do a group date. I mean, there are a lot of ways to get around it, but to me, a weapon seems like a lot. And just to be clear, I was not telling people to leave their drinks. I was just saying that you should feel safe enough in the environment at the bar that other people are there and are witnesses to your drink. That was my point.
No. Nobody took you to mean that. Everybody understood what you were saying, that was a practice that you followed. Nobody took it to mean that you were making a suggestion.
Well, I got 1,000 text messages.
No, well, we were all saying it to you because we care about you. We were saying like, girl, and guess what? It's not going to stop because I'm going to text you periodically. Okay, do not leave your. And listen, it's coming.
So can somebody ask me on a date first?
Hush. All right. So this video. All right, let me just show it because we don't have a lot of time. We'll talk about it afterward. Here we go.
If a man asks me for my number, I'm going to give it to him. I don't care what he look like. And if I don't like him, I'm going to throw an extra razzle-dazzle in there and be like, yeah, and make sure you text me right now or in the next 5 minutes, boo. Don't play with me. Y'all act like the block button don't exist. Do y'all know there are men out here unaliving women because they don't want to give their number up to these men? Baby, I don't care what you look like, how aggressive you came at me. You about to get this number. I was at the gas station and tall dude with dreads walked up to me and said, let me get your number. Not asking me, can he get my number? No, baby, he demanded it in a nice way. And even though he wasn't my type, I still gave him my number and smiled and said, make sure you text me in the next 5 minutes. Don't play with me. And he walked off smiling. Okay, not angry, not triggered, not disrespected. He walked away from me smiling. Women, come on, this is chess. When I'm in the presence of a man, I'm going to give him the ultimate respect, regardless if I'm attracted to him or not. I love my life. I love my future. I love my purpose. And I'm not going to allow pride or ego to get the best of me in that moment. I'm not.
All right. So Candace, what do you think? How do you feel about that video? What do you think about that?
If she feels like she did the very best thing that she could do for her safety, then 100% she did the right thing because she lives to tell the story. I don't have anything that's going to be good. I have to say that, right? The demonization of men is real. How do I know that that man was a scary man? I have people who ask for my number all the time. I feel out the energy and that's how I move. But also, let me tell you these very real facts. I also am in the gym 5 days a week so that I don't need a weapon. I have my physicality to me. I have a background in self-defense because I thought that was important. I think that we have to, as women, create as many safety checks as we absolutely need. And if in her mind she needed to give him her phone number, that's fine. But what makes me nervous about what she's saying is, number one, we don't actually know that he was mean, right? How many people, especially when they're talking to us, say, oh, aggressive or possibly scary or whatever these things. If you are a scary person, then yes, move scary. I guess maybe I just don't scare as easily when it comes to men. And also I feel really confident that I carry myself in a way that I can get out alive. And also I have had those experiences when I've been able to get myself out alive. But it makes me sad that that woman, or any young woman, she definitely looks younger than me, feels like they have to move like that. Because what else? What if he had said, get in my car? Would she have said, okay, I have to respect him, so I got in his car? Like, where does it stop if you have to do what he, quote unquote, says? And also, again, the demonization of men, because we keep saying men. Men, do we have these same rules if it's two women going out on a date? I get a little nervous. Stop getting BBLs, start going to Pilates, start going to jujitsu, and take back your power. Stop blaming men. Sorry, guys.
No. Listen, you stop apologizing. That's what we're doing. We're talking.
I'm sorry for y'all. I'm not sorry for me.
I'm saying you don't need to apologize at all.
I feel bad for her. That young woman should not be walking around the world feeling like any man is allowed to do whatever to her, and she calls it respect. Oh, come on.
Here we are. So Niall shared that video with me, and he said it would be a great conversation piece, and I agreed, because I do not agree with the young woman's opinion. I do not agree at all. I do not agree at all. But I agreed with Niall that it would be a good conversation piece. So that's why I ask you, what your thought is. But again, now listen, the family already knows. That's what we do here. We talk about everything. You know that. We talk about everything from soup to nuts, from A to Z, and everything in between. And the only thing that I ask is that everybody remain respectful. That's all that I ask. Just remember, we can all share our opinions, good, bad, or indifferent, whatever you feel, you think. I always ask, what do you feel? What do you think? Because I want to know. I want to know. And I believe that communication is healthy. I think it's so healthy. So I do not agree. That's, I do not agree with what she's saying.
No, it makes me so sad.
Carol, really? I know. He shares, how about you just accept the number, save it, and say, I'll call you tomorrow afternoon. Think before you leap, ladies. Yeah, well, how about not at all? If you're not interested. I mean, why? How about if you're not interested, why? Because you are misleading this gentleman. And if you see this man, this person, you see that person again, if you see this man again and he's upset with you, because you gave him the wrong number or you didn't, that's a whole nother thing. If you're talking about, so no, just thank you so much. I really appreciate your interest. Or if you have other interests, or you have seen somebody, whatever it is, how about that? I think that's a lot. I think that
whatever happened to have a boyfriend? I thought that was like the running thing from the 90s. I'll have a man. What your man got to do with me? I got a man. I'm not trying to hear that. See?
As you know, because I'm sure you said it. People say, "Well, I don't care. Can we be friends?" And then you say, "I don't."
No, I don't lie. I'm like, I'm very, very single, but it won't be you.
And see, that's why you need to carry protection. That's why you need protection. Candace,
right?
No, you're my love bug. I love you. I just thank you so much. For coming to spend some time with us. Oh Lord, I see the comments. Wait, Candace, hold on a few seconds, because we're going to go to commercial break. But when we come back, I want to share these comments with you. So sit tight, Candace. Sit tight. Family, stay with us. We're taking a commercial break, but we're coming right back.
It's the WURD Hot 60. Hot 60. Here's the hottest 60 seconds you missed on Evening Words.
Sergeant Aquilino Gonell is a former Capitol Police officer, U.S. Army veteran, and immigrant from the Dominican Republic who risked his life defending the Capitol on January 6, 2021. The injuries he suffered that day forced him to medically retire from the police force. And Officer Harry Dunn, another former Capitol Police officer, who after over 15 years on the force, defended the U.S. Capitol on January 6. During the attack, he also suffered physical injuries and experienced racial epithets.
We can't sit on the sidelines. We can't be spectators. That's how we got Donald Trump in the first place. We took our eyes off the prize. We took our eyes off the ball. Hillary Clinton, she should have been a shoo-in for president. Even with the baggage that Donald Trump came with, people still said, let's give him a chance.
I tried to talk to the Republican side. I tried to tell them about what happened to me, and they're not listening. They don't want to. Lindsey Graham even said to some of our colleagues when he was scared from the mob, you have a gun, use it. Wow. His word, with his document, use that same thing. And here they are calling these people hostages.
I was there when he said it.
And that's your hottest 60 seconds from Evening Words on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. Make sure you check out Keeping It Real with Reverend Al Sharpton, Monday through Thursday, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on WURD, 900 AM and 96.1 FM. Progressive Black Talk Media. Streaming online at wordradio.com, on social, and on the Word Radio app.
Are you now or have you ever wanted to be in the biz? The entertainment biz? The NAACP Hollywood Bureau is proud to present Be in the Biz, a one-day symposium sharing valuable information and access to the entertainment industry's top power brokers. Writers, directors, producers, and storytellers will learn about collaboration between creatives and media executives and more. Be in the Biz is coming to Philly Saturday, June 29th at 36 in Chestnut. For more info and to register, visit naacp.org and search Be in the Biz, and that's biz spelled B-I-Z.
And we're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for and there they go. Almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fam favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Tune into Word Radio this Thursday at 10 a.m. for City Council Live, hosted by Ernest Owens. Join conversations that matter to your community with your local City Council members.
WURD is happy to provide our listeners with the opportunity to participate in contests and win prizes. This is a reminder of our contest rules. All participants must be 18 years of age or older, depending on the contest. Persons may win only one prize from the radio station per contest for every 30-day period. Some contests might also specify one winner per household or company. Prizes must be claimed within 14 days or by 12 noon the day before the event, whichever is sooner, and must be accepted as is or forfeited. The radio station employees and their immediate relatives, sponsor employees and their immediate relatives, live remote sponsor employees and their immediate relatives, and any other media employees are ineligible to win the prize. Thank you for participating and for listening to WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Long nose, what's the word, boy? What's the word? What's the word?
WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Let me tell you something, and don't you ever forget it. Success is nothing without someone you love to share it with.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hey there, family. Welcome back. Welcome to the top of the second hour of Love and Life with Carol Riddick, right here on WURD. We are talking with our love bug, Candace Johnson, and we were talking with her in the first hour, but I said, you know what? I just want to close up the segment before we start our second segment. So I wanted to share these comments because I just thought it was good to close the conversation in this way. But Eric shares, Candace, I understand your bartender point, but on certain nights, bartenders are extremely busy and they cannot see and watch everything. I believe it's best to keep your wits about you and rely on you. Okay, thank you for that. And Harold shares, just ask Bill Cosby. Harold, I'm going to beat you with a wet noodle.
Tell Harold to come see me. I got some words for Harold.
Well,
Eric Clark.
He follows his conversation to the video. He has a comment about the video. Well, if you are truly uninterested, just be mature, polite, and keep it moving. I get that. Haraya, Deborah Bay. Hi there, Love Light. Welcome. Shares, I don't know why someone would drug another person, but people are people. They are not God. Meaning, people are capable of doing any and everything. I would never, ever leave my drink around other people. And I don't drink anything but water and juice. That's me too. Plus, the last time I checked, drinks cost $10 or more. I know that's right. Eric shares, Lord, Candace, it's best to be prepared. Hopefully you won't need to use those things though. And, Harold shares, you are a free spirit, but you should always be prepared. And Eric, he shares that he was slipped something many years ago while he was away on the dance floor. Oh Lord, we all have these stories. He shares sometimes people can be jealous of you, angry with you, and may view you as competition they need to remove. As crazy as that sounds, it's always just best to watch your purse, your money, your credit card, and most importantly, your drinks. So I just wanted to share that. Candace, I have so enjoyed this conversation. Oh my goodness, really, really. And I cannot wait for you to come back to talk with us again about some more topics.
Yes. One thing I will say is, and I would love for you to come, Carol. June 27th, we're doing an adult game night at Thirsty Dice. We're calling it Relationship Games We Play. So we're taking traditional board games and making them into relationship games. I don't want to share any of what we're going to do, but it's going to be incredible. And since we've had such a beautiful time talking about the subject, and honestly, I'm going to talk more to my friends about this, the dating thing. I do feel safe. I've been dating for 25 years. And I feel very capable. And now I think my eyes are opening up to maybe women don't feel as capable. And maybe that is really the mindset you have to get in. Because even carrying a weapon means nothing if you're not prepared to use it and capable to use it. So I will say that if safety is a true issue, then romance will always be compromised. And if that is the case, then please get onto Touchy Feely Game. Follow us on social. We have these events. It's built in romance. All you have to do is come, have a good time. We will make sure you're safe. And if you go to the bathroom, I will watch your drink. Okay?
No, Candace, no, we will buy another. We don't leave unattended drinks.
Listen, Miss Lady already said it. That's like $10 or more. If you got it like that, you got it like that. But I spent a lot of money at a Tuesday.
I said I will not. If I need to go to the bathroom, I'm buying another drink when I get back. And it's only water or juice, because that's this in any event. June 27th, that is.
June 27th, starts at 7 p.m. I'll put up all the details tomorrow. We're going to make a major announcement. But just because I was just so moved with the topic, the reality is that no person deserves to feel unsafe on a date. And so my company does create these environments where you are safe. The romance is there. It is implied. And if all you should be doing when you come to us is looking lovingly into the eyes of the person you want to with, and let God and let the energy do the rest. But I do appreciate the fact that we live in the real world, and safety is a very real thing. I am a woman, I know this, and all we can do is the very best that we can do. And honestly, Carol, I know I joke a lot, but 45 minutes I could kind of see in your face the horror of us talking about the drinks, and obviously so many people shared about their drinking experience. Yeah, and listen, so do I. I'm a party girl in the entertainment industry of 20 years. You don't think I don't have stories? I am just blessed that it wasn't me.
I'm not a party girl, but I've been in this entertainment industry since I was 17. So I have stories upon stories upon stories. So when I say to you, Candace, I'm telling you with every fiber of my being, do not ever leave any drink unattended in anybody's company. I say that with every bit of energy, love, space, spirit, hope that I can muster in this moment. That's what I say. But we're going to have to recoup another time. I love you, Mommy. You be safe. You be careful. And I thank you so much for coming to spend some time with us. And we'll see you soon, okay?
I love you. I love your people. I love our people. Have a great night.
You too. Okay. Family. Oh, my goodness. Oh, what a conversation, right? Oh. I love it when Candace visits. I do. I love our conversations. But you all know, I just love the communication. I love the communication here in this space. Because like I said, it's all about honesty, but it's also about respect. We just talk about things. That's what we do. So, you know what typically happens on a Tuesday night in the 8 o'clock hour? That's right. We talk with the man, the myth, the legend. I know he is hollering in the background. Family, for those of you who are unfamiliar, in the second hour, we talk with Chris Murray on Tuesday nights about all things sports. So I, family, without further ado, invite you to the conversation with none other than Chris Murray. Hey there.
Wow. Now, I do not believe in leaving my drink anywhere. You know, I usually have my drink with me if I'm out on the dance floor and whatnot, because sometimes I'm just because I want the drink, you know.
Okay.
That's all. I paid $10 for that thing, you know. I'm not going to leave it by myself.
Listen, you sound like that's what Haraya said. Haraya said, last time I checked, those things were like $10 a pop. So that's the going rate. Haraya said, I'm not leaving my drinks on the table. I'm not, first of all, it's too much. It's too much. But yeah, we're just talking about safety. Talking about safety these days, you know, in the dating world. But that's everywhere, right? That's what's on. Wait, Candace sent me, she sent a message. She said, Chris, you're married. You don't date. He better still date his wife. He better date her.
I do date my wife. That we do. We had a nice little date at a good date on Sunday.
Oh, wait. Chris, your sounds compromised. Did you change something? Because we can hear you better a moment ago. We can hear you.
Okay, my microphone went out.
Oh, okay. We can hear you though. We just heard you better a moment ago.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. My microphone went out of the socket, so I had to go get it. Oh boy. Well, let's see. What is going on in sports? Well, the Phillies just came back from London, and they split the game with the Mets. Eagles are ready. Are getting geared up for training camp next month, and there's a lot of things going on. The whole Candace Clark thing seems to go on, you know, like another drama, because you know what's happening with the whole. You know, she didn't make the Olympic team, so now all her supporters are upset that she didn't make the team. But a lot of people, Angel Reese didn't make it. A lot of players, a lot of established players didn't make the team, and so you know, there's the gnashing of teeth in that area and everything. So, and then I'm hearing on some morning show that apparently there's some football players.
Wait, Chris. I'm sorry, I have to interject because the sound has been greatly compromised. We don't hear you well at all. I'm going to ask if you can take a moment to try to rectify that. Okay. And you know what? In the meantime, I have some things that I can share. Say this again.
Well, no, I can hear you now. I mean, it's just somehow the white mic. I don't know what's going on.
We can hear you well. You sound so distant.
Right. And I have my. Let me pull my headphones. Let me pull my headphones.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to share some information with our family members while you work that out. While you do that, that's what I'm going to do. Family, so I'm going to take this time to share some things with you. Yes, I am. The first of which is about the Message in the Music event. Okay. As you know. Well, let me. Can you hear me now? I can hear you. Yes, that's perfect. Give me this moment since I started this, and I'm going to share this. So, family, we all know that June is Black Music Month. This year, the Word Message in the Music series presents Trans Afro Express, the global impact of African Caribbean and African American music. Join us Friday, June 14th from 6 until 11 p.m. at World Cafe Live, located at 3025 Walnut Street. That's right. This event features a panel discussion, live performances, and the flyest Afrobeat, reggae, hip hop, and R&B dance party in Philly. That's right. So if you love to dance and you want to learn more about the global impact of our music, then join us on Friday, June 14th from 6 until 11 p.m. at World Cafe Live. Admission is $20 in advance and only $25 at the door. Get your tickets now, family, at wordradio.com. This Black Music Month event is in partnership with Fun Times Magazine and is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery, Comcast, Keystone First, and PICO. I have some other information to share with you. So sit tight, Chris. Just 1 minute, 1 minute. Our very own Tiffany Bacon, our love bug, is hosting a new show. Yes, she is. Tune in to Breaking Bread every Sunday, where Tiffany will broadcast from a different restaurant, eatery, or chef's kitchen, where delicious delights and curious conversations are on the menu. Special guests will join Tiffany for brunch, where the conversations will focus on culture, business, health and well-being, media, literature, and the arts. Break bread with us every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon, right here on Word, Progressive Black Talk Media. I've got two more things. That's right. JD's Word family, mark your calendar for a special live broadcast event. On Monday, June 17th, from 1 until 4 p.m., we'll be celebrating the opening of JD's Auto Body North with a special conversation featuring Brother Shamari to mark National Men's Health Month. Yes, Word on Black men's health and well-being focuses on all aspects of Black men's health, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, collective, community, and much more. Listen live on Word Radio or join us in person at JD's for food, drink, and connection at 2509 through 13 West Fletcher Street. That's right. Word on Black men's health and well-being is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery and JD's Auto Body and Painting. Join Brother Shamari and Word Radio at JD's on June 17th from 1 until 4 p.m. at 2509 through 13 West Fletcher Street. Or tune in live on Word Radio, Progressive Black Talk Media. There's one more thing I want to tell you. Juneteenth, that's right, it's coming. Our sizzling hot summer of events continues June 16th as we broadcast live from Malcolm X Park for the annual Philadelphia Juneteenth Parade and Festival. Michael Cord and David Barnes will be on the mic from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m., but we'll be at 52nd and Pine and Malcolm X Park all day. This year, the Word Radio family will be riding in the parade on a Juneteenth float. That's right, family. Tune in to Word Radio or watch live on Word TV, or come on down and say hi to win prizes, hear live music, meet our hosts, shop with more than 250 vendors, and mark this historic holiday that celebrates our emancipation and independence. All right, without further ado, I'm going to get back to the man, the myth, the legend, whose hour it is, the one and only Chris Murray. Mr. Murray.
So, well, like I was saying, we were talking about everybody's disappointment. I just saw a column in the Philadelphia Inquirer talking about how Caitlin Clark needs to be protected and this, that, and the other. I mean, the thing is, she's a rookie. There were a lot of great ball players left off that team, and I think in his column, he's arguing that she should be there, but you got to pay your dues too. I mean, that's the thing that, I mean, it's an ongoing battle. And quite frankly, we talk about it. We talk about how physical the league is and all that. We've been talking about it. I tried to devote a session of my show last Saturday, but my guest, who was a former WNBA player, was in transit. We couldn't get to a place to talk about it. But my thing is, she's a rookie. Not all rookies are going to get. The Team USA back in the day put Christian Laettner on the team and not Isaiah Thomas. But that's another story. But my thing at the end of the day, Caitlin Clark still has to improve her game. She still has to improve. She's a good player. I have no doubt that she's a good player, but I don't think, and I know the league is trying to reboot and remarket itself, but, at the same time, I think what the existing players are saying, hey, kid, you got to earn your stripes in this game like everybody else.
So let me ask you this, Chris, if I might interject for one moment. I'm curious to know, because the WNBA has been around for some time now. What is it right now? What is it? Why, now don't misunderstand me. I do believe both Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark to be, great players, but we have great players in the WNBA. We have some great players. So don't misunderstand me. I'm not slighting anyone in any way, but I would like to have a better understanding of what's happening right now.
Well, the thing about it the thing is, you have this player, and she had the whole thing with this girl, Kennedy Carter, who just bumped her. It was a terrible foul on her part. And the people who support her say, hey, she's the next big thing in the game, and she should be protected and get some type of special treatment, or she needs to be protected at this point, because a lot of players are, coming at her in this game. It's almost like everybody said, okay, you're the savior of the league. We're going to test you on it. But at the same time, there are some people who believe that she's getting too much shine. Angel Reese kind of felt like, hey, she's been getting fouled hard and no one's paying attention to that. So
but that's what I'm saying. What's happening with the WNBA? Like, what's happening with media right now that these two women have been singled out? Like, that I don't understand, because, like I said, we have.
Well, the media is looking at it like Bird and Magic back in the day, but and on the one hand, I don't think they protected Bird or Magic either. Especially not Magic's teammates, but at the same time, and I think because there is a lot of people have not covered women's basketball. A lot of people. That's what I'm saying.
What makes them different?
And of course they're trying to play up the black versus white narrative, but then again, there's a lot of established white players who like Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird. Well, Sue Bird retired, but others, Breonna Stewart, who also want that shine as well, and they have been great players.
Yes, that's what I was. Well, Chris, because I don't want to cut you up, but we got to go to commercial. Maurice, I know you're on the phone lines. When we come back from commercial, I'm coming back to you, Chris, and I'm coming to you, Maurice, on the phone line. Stay with us, family, because we're definitely coming right back.
Word Radio Digital Tip of the Month with Stephanie Humphrey is brought to you by Comcast.
The temperature is going up, and that could mean your tech is getting hotter too. Here are some signs that your devices might be getting too hot. The device may actually become physically warm to the touch. Apps or other programs could start to freeze up. Basic functions can take longer than usual, or your laptop or smartphone shuts down unexpectedly. If you think your device is overheating, here's what you can do. Keep gadgets out of direct sunlight, especially in the car. Make sure your laptop fan isn't being blocked, and turn down the brightness on your smartphone or take the case off your device. This could also be your cue to take a little break for a while as well. And finally, make sure you're not resting any devices on your bare skin. You could actually get burned if your smartphone or laptop gets overheated. Keep your cool and stay safe this summer with your tech. Stay tuned to WURD for more tips, and stay connected with us at wordradio.com.
June is Black Music Month, and this year, the WURD Message in the Music series presents Trans-Afro Express, the global impact of African, Caribbean, and African American music. Join us on Friday, June 14th from 6 p.m. until 11 p.m. at World Cafe Live, 3025 Walnut Street. This event features a panel discussion, live performances, and the flyest Afrobeat, reggae, hip-hop, and R&B dance party in Philly. If you love to dance and you want to learn more about the global impact of our music, then join us Friday, June 14th 13th from 6 p.m. until 11 p.m. at World Cafe Live. Admission is $20 in advance, $25 at the door. Get your tickets now at wordradio.com. This Black Music Month event is in partnership with Fun Times Magazine and brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery, Comcast, Keystone First, and Pico.
It's too black, which means it's too strong.
We're celebrating Black influence and Black excellence worldwide on the home of progressive Black talk media, WURD.
What is love?
You're listening to Love and Life on WURD, progressive Black talk media.
I think I know what love is.
And we are back. Family, welcome back to Love and Life with Carol Riddick and Chris Murray right here on WURD. We're talking all things sports. But before we go back into that conversation, I do want to share that our love light, Miss Gloria, called. She said, I don't leave my drinks unattended even in church. She said, everybody ain't serving the Lord. I had to share that because it was a tickle. It just gave me such a tickle. But she was right about it. She was right about it. So,
well, in the Catholic Church, we do serve actual wine, but you know that. Not that we. I mean, at some communions they give you have both, you know, the host and the wine and everything. Well, I'm not going to go into the wine.
Don't you stir up no strife, hate, and discontent. Don't you stir it up. So
I don't want to have a lightning bolt come and hit and strike me for,
I know that's right. Maurice is waiting on the phone lines, but Ayatunde shares, listen, the WNBA wants her to be their great white hope. There, I said it. Talking about Caitlin Clark. Eric shares, it's a lucrative new spin, definitely good for news. It was just okay before, but now it's smart for business and media attention. All right, to the phone lines we go. Maurice has been waiting. Hey there, Maurice. Welcome to the conversation.
Hey.
Thank you for calling.
Hey, Carol.
Hi.
Chris Murray.
Yep. What's up?
I just want to say, Chris, yes, them girls been there before, Caitlin Clark. And yes, they stars, but what they can't do marketing, Chris. Nobody want to see them. So when you look at what Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese is doing, they bring eyeballs to the market, Chris. That's the game changer. It's about the numbers. So when it's about the numbers, and that girl going to bring in anywhere from $28 to $40 million over a few years.
Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark?
All 8 to 9 or 10 sponsorship deals. That's different.
Mm-hmm.
That's different. And then Angel brings her sexiness along with her basketball prowess to the game. So now she have a new eyeballs watch her. That's different, Chris. And when you talk about marketing, it's who want what you're selling. So yes, the WNBA, this is the first year, Chris, in 29 years that the WNBA might make $1, may make a profit.
Yeah. Well, but here's the thing with that, though, and I agree with you wholeheartedly that those players are bringing eyeballs, but I also think that from a basketball perspective, I mean, I think there's so many great players in that league. There are a lot of great players who got left off that list, veteran players too. And I think that, you know, they're thinking in terms of winning the games, but I just think at the same time, that's also, I mean, I'm glad that Clayton Clark and Angel Reese are in the league, and I'm glad, but I also think that from some of those players who did a lot, if you go back to Cheryl Swoops, Diane Taurasi, and all black players, black and white, by the way, I think that this situation is also kind of a byproduct of the fact that the mainstream media never wanted to touch, and never touched the WNBA and kind of ignored it too. So now everybody is, I guess, on the bandwagon now because of Clark, because of Reese, and everybody else. And I understand what you're saying in terms of marketing. They do have to market the league, but there are a lot of other as Monica McNutt said, with Stephen A. Smith and all that, those platforms should have been covering the league when those players were great players years ago. Part of that is a byproduct of sexism too, over the years by the media. I mean, part of that is what it is. And so now it's all these narratives about these players. And I'm like, I think I like to see Caitlin Clark had a great game, last Friday. She is capable of playing this game, as is Angel Reese. They're both capable of playing the game. But I also understand it from the players who've been there. They kind of feel like, hey, they've done a lot to put the league on the map as well, just because they were great players and just because the mainstream media didn't recognize it. I understand what you say about marketing and money and all that, but I also think that there are a lot of players who feel like, that they've been great players longer and they haven't gotten that shine. Maybe that's jealousy, maybe that's haterade. I don't know what that is, but it's almost like, they're saying that, hey, Skylar Diggins and some other players have been great for a long time. And, they're saying, hey, look, part of it is, like a light should have been shown on a WNBA, according to a lot of people, a long time ago. But I understand, at the same time, I do understand I understand the other side of it too. Okay, is what I'm saying. I understand the media and marketing style of it now, but also, why those players would feel a certain way because she, like I said, she came into the league making millions of dollars off a shoe deal. And that says more about sports industry and everything than anything else. I mean, that's to me. But go ahead, Maurice. I'm gonna let you go ahead. Finish your point.
You have to look at it this way, Chris. It was the same thing when Dr. J came to the NBA. People felt some kind of way till he started matching. The same way when Magic, Isaiah, and Bird came to the league, people felt some kind of way. And when Mike came, he didn't care how you felt. So that's basketball. That's competition. It's not the players. It's the media that hypes it up. The players know that you got to compete at your highest form. If you can't compete, other players going to stay where you belong. When you look at Christian Laettner, he didn't knock Isaiah off the team. That was Stockton and Drexler. Christian Laettner knocked Shaq off the team, which he was supposed to, because Christian Laettner was the best college basketball player in the country for them 2 years, not Shaquille O'Neal. That's why Christian Laettner made that team. So when we put it in its context and perspective, yes, Caitlin Clark is not ready yet. She's going to be the face of basketball in the future. She's not ready yet. But at the same time, when you look at the marketability and what's going to sell, she's going to sell.
Right.
Why? Because no matter, as you know in the Olympics, Chris, you got to be able to shoot that ball. You got to have shooters in the Olympics. And one thing we know Caitlin Clark can do is not too many USA female basketball players can outshoot Caitlin Clark. So whether it's this year or in the future, she's going to be on the women's basketball team. She's got potential.
Yeah. I mean, and there's more to it. And I think there are players on that team that can shoot, and they have an abundance of talent. That even some of the there are a lot of established players that aren't on that team. They have, but the only problem I think, if you're looking from a basketball perspective, the one problem that they may have, and I don't know if that's it or not, is the fact that she does lead the league in turnovers. She does lead the league in turnovers. She does have it, and at that level where they play physical, and they play physical, and the European players do play physically, and all that. That might be an issue for them from a competition standpoint. If from a marketing standpoint, if they you put her in the team, that's fine. I mean, they want to market the game and all that, but I understand it from all sides of that. I'm not being confused or anything. I'm just saying that these are the issues too. There's always the other side of it too.
Okay.
So
Well, Maurice, thank you. Were you about to comment?
No, that's fine. I just want to say that, is a growing. So I don't think she should be on the team this year, but she's definitely going to be the face of basketball. But when you talk about bringing numbers in and bringing the money and raising the pay scale for other players, no other player on the team except her and Angel Reese can do that right now. So no other woman or female ball player can raise the pay level for the WNBA. So don't knock the money bank out the way. Bless it and give her good competition. She got to grow. It's all getting knocked down, but don't cheap shot her. And she did get cheap shot on a couple plays. That were dirty plays.
So, well, let me ask the question of the both of you. I'm sorry, Maurice, because I think I cut you off. So, do you think that both Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are the two best players in the WNBA right now?
No.
Okay.
No. But I will say this about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. With Angel Reese, you have to be ready to work. Angel Reese hit the boards like no one ever seen before. Offense and defense. So while you're looking for her, she's going to the glass strong. And Angel Reese is 6'4", but she like 6'8" with her arms.
Now, Angel Reese can play. No, you're right about that. She can play. But oddly enough, though, she doesn't get the kind of credit for that Clark. I don't that I don't believe. And she gets pushed around too. But she even came out and said, "Look, I embrace all the physical." She says, "Look, bring it on, because I'm gonna play." And
she did.
And that's what she does too. I just think there's a lot to it. There's the white savior thing. There's a lot of that kind of going on. I mean, it's one of those things where if that hypes up the league, fine. If they want to make it that's the issue. But I will say you're right on one thing. You are right, and you're right about. Yeah, I like to see them. They're going to be the face of the league soon, and I think that, and we have to respect that.
They are. They are definitely the face of the league. That's all any of us are talking about right now. We start every conversation about the WNBA talking about one or both of them.
Right.
So they are definitely the face of the league right now. Maurice, were you about to say something? Are you still there? I didn't want to cut you off.
I just want to say, Cal, they better get it while they can get it before Juju Watkins comes.
Let's see that girl can ball. Yeah.
If Juju Watkins stay blessed to be healthy all 4 years in college, she will eclipse all Caitlin Clark's scoring records.
Juju gonna shut it down. Juju is going to
score machine.
Yeah. Agreed.
Well, I thank y'all.
Okay.
No, thank you, Maurice. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Listen, Harold follows up. Harold said, look, Caitlin Clark is their great white hope. He follows that by saying the women's USA team won gold in the last 11 Olympics. They don't need her. And Joanne Kemp, our love light, hi there. She shares all this media and social media stuff, manipulates these young players. I don't think a lot of that can be good for their mental health. How about that? Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well, Angel spoke about that. She did. She spoke about that, about her very own mental health because of this, because of the media and social media. It all plays a part. It does. It does.
Absolutely.
Oh, Chris.
I done did it again, huh? Okay.
You stirred the pot. But hey, listen, they gave you enough ingredients to stir the pot, right? There's enough. Yeah. There's enough going on. That was, first of all, we knew that the conversation had to start there with Caitlin Clark not being selected for the Olympic team. We knew that.
Although the one thing we really don't want to know, and by the way, there's a great fight coming up this weekend, Gervonta Davis versus Frank Martin. That's going to be a great fight. But the Tyson fight has been moved to November.
When I tell you, I am so. Wait, just Rick. He sent me that information. He said, Carol, I know you're not going to want to know this, but I had to share it with you. I said, no. Y'all, first of all, y'all know I am praying for Mike Tyson. I'm praying. I really am. I don't know why he insists on doing this fight. I'm praying that, this is all a farce, that, that they're marketing it this way, but it's not actually going to be a fight. And I know I'm delusional. I know I am, but I don't want this for his life. I just don't. I don't want this for his life. Just, I don't know, Chris, I don't want this for his life.
Neither do I. Neither do most people, but but like I say again, the curiosity factor. People like to watch the accident. Everybody wants to see how. I mean, sometimes I'll watch a movie and it'll about be so bad. Like I remember when I was young, when the movie, for some reason, me, my best friend and his cousins decided we were gonna go see the movie Endless Love. That was the song by Diana Ross. And Lionel Richie. Yes. Was a great song. Was a beautiful song. The movie was unintentionally funny. It was unintentionally funny. You were laughing most of the film, but it was a bad, horrible movie. And that's what this fight between Jake and now unless somebody can come up with a great theme song and see, Carol, maybe you can sing a great theme song for this fight.
You're ambitious, Chris. You're ambitious.
I'm saying if you sing a great theme song, that might lessen or that might, you could just watch it as maybe I just gotta see the accident of this movie, of this fight. And when I saw it a few years ago, I had to see. I mean, it was just I'm sitting there and feel like, man, how is this? It was just like it was supposed to be a serious romantic film, and people were laughing most of the film. It was just so you have to wonder. You have to wonder. Now, if it's a great sporting event, and what if Tyson wins that fight? Oh my God, man, that's going to lead him to wanting to fight these.
How, Chris? I don't know that it's physically possible for him to win that fight. And I'm not talking about the Mike Tyson that we all know and love. I'm talking about the Mike Tyson that is in 2024 that is having health challenges. That very one in the same Mike Tyson. I'm talking about that human being that is a little older than the Mike Tyson that we all remember and know and love. He's got some life under his belt now, and he's got some ailments under his belt now, and some things that you just can't brush off, put aside, or take a little bit of medicine to get rid of. Like, no, this is real life. Like, Mike, I want somebody. I don't know who. Listen, I'm talking to you if you're close to Mike Tyson. Okay, I'm talking to you. Talking to whoever is with us that is close to Mike. Please, if you have his ear, please listen to this man and tell he cannot do this. He cannot. Okay, I'm going to get myself together. It's time for us to go to commercial break. I'm going to take this time to get myself together. Stay with us, though, family, because we will be right back.
Word Radio Digital Tip of the Month with Stephanie Humphrey is brought to you by Comcast.
The temperature is going up, and that could mean your tech is getting hotter too. Here are some signs that your devices might be getting too hot. The device may actually become physically warm to the touch. Apps or other programs could start to freeze up. Basic functions can take longer than usual, or your laptop or smartphone shuts down unexpectedly. If you think your device is overheating, here's what you can do. Keep gadgets out of direct sunlight, especially especially in the car. Make sure your laptop fan isn't being blocked and turn down the brightness on your smartphone or take the case off your device. This could also be your cue to take a little break for a while as well. And finally, make sure you're not resting any devices on your bare skin. You could actually get burned if your smartphone or laptop gets overheated. Keep your cool and stay safe this summer with your tech. Stay tuned to WURD for more tips and stay connected with us at wordradio.com.
June is Black Music Month, and this year, the WURD Message in the Music series presents Trans-Afro Express, the global impact of African, Caribbean, and African American music. Join us on Friday, June 14th from 6 p.m. until 11 p.m. at World Cafe Live, 3025 Walnut Street. This event features a panel discussion, live performances, and the flyest Afrobeat, reggae, hip-hop, and R&B dance party in Philly. If you love to dance and you want to learn more about the global impact of our music, then join us Friday, June 14th from 6 p.m. until 11 p.m. at World Cafe Live. Admission is $20 in advance, $25 at the door. Get your tickets now at wordradio.com. This Black Music Month event is in partnership with Fun Times Magazine and brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery, Comcast, Keystone First, and Pico.
It's too black, which means it's too strong.
We're celebrating Black influence and Black excellence worldwide on the home of progressive Black talk media, WURD.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick and Chris Murray right here on WURD. We're talking about this event that I do not want to take place, the Mike Tyson fight that has been rescheduled for November, is it? And well, I do want to share that I love like Miss Roslyn. She's sending love. She's checking in. But Eric asks, okay, so does Mike Tyson really need the money? I'm not certain of his actual net worth. And then he follows that by asking, how did this match even come about? Was Jake baiting him? Or listen, I want to know the same thing.
That might be, I think Mike Tyson probably called for it because the guy's an internet star. He's fought some guys, but he hasn't fought the people who are contending for titles and who are really contending, guys who are really, who are really boxers. And so they're looking, they're looking to, he's trying to find some publicity, but it says a lot about boxing because the big event this weekend is lightweight champion Gervonta Davis, who has arguably one of the best punches in boxing and best left hook, left hand in boxing, is fighting a fight that he could possibly lose, and that's a big fight coming up on Saturday. To the point to where, as I'm getting ready for my show, I'm trying to find people to talk about that fight and talk about how that, I'm in the process of getting people to go on the show to talk about that fight because it's a big fight. So the fact that we focus on, on old elderly Mike Tyson versus an internet boxer and whatnot, that's and this guy's got a lot. It says a lot about him. And a lot of marketing and about boxing, how this type of a fight is getting all kinds of shine as opposed to this, the real fight at hand coming up this week in Las Vegas.
This is buffoonery.
It's come down to that, and people want to see the accident like anything else. People want to see, it's like I always tell you, it's like Gomez Adams from the Adams family wanting to blow up the streets and see they all come together and just blow up. People want to see the accident. People want to see the wonder and the spectacle, whether or not an old man can still fight. And I mean, it's just, and it's like, there's certain things, there's certain things when you don't want to see in boxing. It's hard to watch your favorite boxer. Like I saw Sugar Ray Leonard and Muhammad Ali get old in the ring, and it ain't pretty.
No.
It's not. It's not pretty, and you see it because these guys, and it's one of those things where a boxer, your mind knows what to do, but it's not in sync with the body. The reflexes aren't as fast as it used to be, and sometimes there's a part when you have to say, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I've reached whatever potential. Hey, and like Ray Leonard, you won everything. Ali won everything, but the ego seems to believe that we can all be, the quote in Howard, because we all can't be forever young. We can't be forever.
We cannot. The only winner in this is Netflix, because they are the only winner in this. Eric shares that he thinks that Jake was talking junk on somebody's podcast, and he remarked that he could take Tyson. And then Mike got wind of his comment, and folks set things in motion. I believe that. I believe that. I definitely believe that. Miss Roslyn shares, I'm a member of Playhouse Word of Mouth Boxing, and she heard them say that it was canceled. Jesus, now y'all are saying it's back on. Yes, they have rescheduled it for November. And she shares that, excuse me, she agrees with you, Chris. She feels so bad for him. And Ali, she said Ali was the greatest. Poetry, he was spiritual. But she says God needed an angel. He chose him. She does not want to see Mike Tyson fight. She shares that, Netflix just want to fill up the arena. It's all about money. She doesn't want to see Mike Tyson fight that man. He needs to sit down. She shares that she loves Mike Tyson. He's the greatest as well, but he's too old right now. He's too old. She shares just sit down. Miss Joanne shares Mike should have just stayed with his last wife. She was a doctor. He might need her. You better think it over. Listen, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. And I'm hoping that she still has his ear at least, or somebody. I just want somebody who loves that man, that he loves in return, to talk to him. Somebody who has his ear and his best interest at heart, to just talk with him, because, there's nothing good that can come out of this for him. I don't know. Hariah shares Biop wasn't a heavyweight, but he came back after saying he would not fight again. Also, after promising his mother he wouldn't fight again. I think it's in his blood. Yes, it would be sad to see Mike go down, but it's something about getting old. It's like older men chasing younger women just to prove they still got it. Lord, that's the truth. Listen,
Older men chasing young women. I know some people who done that, and they've grown to regret it.
Listen, I've seen the same thing, but listen, there's a true statement. Gary, hey there, Gary. He's checking in, and he shares the worst thing to see would be Tyson losing in a terrible way. I agree. I really agree. I'm telling you, I don't know. I just see this. Okay, maybe that's the whole thing. That the point to get us all talking and betting, and we all bet. They want everybody to bet that Jake will win, and maybe I don't know.
Tyson could win if Tyson's the underdog, and if he wins, if he somehow wins that fight, it's still a bad thing, because that's going to encourage him to fight again, and he'll fight some other guy. He'll fight some other guy who's really, I saw Bernard Hopkins get old in the ring, and I like B-Hop.
Yes, I do too.
And I love B-Hop. I even said, man, when you gonna get out of these young man? He was doing well though for a while, but he could not escape Father Time. And when Father Time, you may delay the process, But Father Time gonna get you right. X gonna give it to you at some point.
Listen, but first of all, I don't boxing. Sciatica is not synonymous with boxing. Like you just sciatica. You need to be careful. Like careful. That's not to be taken lightly. You know, it's that you're dealing with your nerves like that. Come on, Mike. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to. You don't. I mean, so at this part, at this time of your life, and I'm older than Mike Tyson. And by the way, my birthday is on Thursday. I forgot to bring that up. My birthday is this Thursday.
See, Chris, happy birthday!
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. I hope.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'll be 26.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
I'll be 26. I'll be 30. I'll be 30 for the let me see, it's 92 for about the 20th straight year. I'll be 30 for the 30th straight year, 32nd straight year.
You can be with it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I do. Well, you know what? What I'm going to continue to do is pray for Mike Tyson and pray that he decides against doing this and just pray that this is a farce. I'm just going to continue to pray for that. I know some of you are saying, Carol, you're delusional. I understand, but I'm going to continue. Chris, I thank you as always. I wish you the happiest of birthdays on this Thursday, this coming Thursday. Just enjoy. Just have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. Please, family, help me wish Chris a happy birthday. His birthday will be this Thursday, the 13th, Thursday, June 13th. That's right. And I want to remind you, family, that I will not see you here tomorrow. I will not be with you here tomorrow. Roxy will be in my stead tomorrow. I know. You know, I miss you madly when I'm not here. I really do. But I will not be able to be here tomorrow on Wednesday, June 12th. But I will be back on the 13th on Chris's birthday. I will. So
I might call in. I
hope you do. I was going to ask, but then I didn't want to impose because it will be your birthday, and Denise might have something special planned. I don't know. Yeah. Mrs. Murray, she might say, "Excuse me," but that's a negative.
No,
family. No, I know. I know. Family, listen, praising God from whom all blessings flow. Just as we exhale, I'm praying for you. I'm going to ask that you continue to pray because we all need it. And thank you for doing so. I thank our guest, Candace Johnson, in the first hour. I thank you, Chris Murray, our beloved family member. Just thank you all as well. I thank you to the sophisticated Miss Tina for sharing her story. I do. And I thank you for the compliment because I don't know that I did that. So I thank you so much. Special thanks to the entire Word family, especially Nick and Niall for all that you do. Yes, happy birthday once again to all of our love lights, including Prince. Family, remember, we are all in this together. So be good to you, but be good to those around you. Please be careful and be kind. Don't leave your drinks unattended anywhere. God loves you, and so do I. Family, have a great rest of your night. Be sure to join me on, Monday through Thursday, 7 till 9 p.m. for another edition of Love and Life with Carol Riddick, right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. I love you. Have a good night.